Somebody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, as you guys saw in the previous video, I am working on the moped again. I'm rebuilding the whole entire thing and painting it and doing a lot of things. I need to fix a lot of things on it, so yeah. Well, if you guys didn't see the other video, I decided I'm going with the crazy coffee bean look to it, doing a brown frame and then like a tan plastics, and I finally got the tires in that I've been talking about, so now I have the white wall tires. The white wall tires on the white rims. Damn! Part of this thing's actually looking sick. It's a funky colorway, and I kind of want to do some off-the-wall colorway. And this thing's gonna look sick, I think. So I got a few new parts in for the scooter. I need a few things since the fire. And now I have some new fuel line, fuel filters, carburetor, and an air filter. I have a couple more things coming in, but they're not here yet. So hopefully just get the motor in there, get all this on, maybe run some of the wiring. I'm gonna put this wheel on to get the motor in a little easier. Although I do have a new brake coming for the wheel, so I'll have to take that back off. But just to make it easier on myself, I'll do that. I'll put the new carburetor, everything on like that, and probably just have it rollable today, and then maybe run some of the wiring. And then all I need to do is get my brake in, weld in my new seat bracket, fix my exhaust, so I gotta weld the exhaust again, and just stuff like that. Alright, first thing we're gonna do today is actually fix the exhaust. As you can tell, my exhaust flange, it always came loose, so we ghetto rigged it. And I literally welded my nuts to my flange, so those can't come loose no more. So there's no way I can take that flange off and re-weld it. And I don't feel like making a new one, cutting the studs, so I'm literally just gonna weld back around this right here, and then weld this bracket back up. Thing's disgustingly rusted, so I gotta grind that down a little bit and then just weld this exhaust back. Literally 5 minutes into the garage and just destroyed my thumb on Daniel's fucking stupid pallet. This one's all your fault, bro. You just ruined my whole day of working on my moped.
Play the game? Let's get hurt.
No, it's don't hate the player, hit the game.
Totally.
Yo, you put the gloves on for it?
That's not why. I'm about to put the motor thing in the back.
Dude, this shit, my whole, look at the chunk of skin. It's just.
She's so sick. Here, check out this.
It's crazy that this thing actually started after it caught on fire, because look inside that carburetor. If you remember, I literally was able to kickstart this thing like in 3 tries right after the fire. That's just craziness. But got a brand new carburetor for it, so we can go ahead and drop this one. Look at that new one, boy. Shining. I have to take this outer part of the filter off because it won't fit under my motor mount. It's too fat. Oh! New carburetor looking good. This shock is also kind of ripped at the bushing down there and kind of looking like it's getting a little blown out. So I got another shock that I'm going to put on it, and then we're going to put the motor in. Alright, so here's my new shock that's going to go in. As you can see, the bushing's actually good on it. This bushing is ripped all the way through, but my new one somehow didn't have the this thing in it. So hit a little swip swap into this one, and then put her in. Now that I think about it, it might be easier to put it on with the wheel off so the motor doesn't roll. So I think I'm going to try it real quick, see how that works out. Alright, here's more of an idea of what it's going to look like. It's going to look a lot better once I get the cream plastics on there, but dude, it's cleaned up. Like, this thing's looking brand fucking new, seriously. Give it a little peep. New carburetor. It's probably the cleanest state it'll be at for a while. Looking good. Oh man, and I still got red fuel line to put in. I want to get all the lines red. Alright, well I put my seat back on. Here's what that's looking like. You can kind of get an idea of how the thing's going to look. It's not going to look like a stunt scooter. This is going to look like a cruiser scooter. It's going to look like a granny cruiser scooter. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. I got to debate on what color I want to do the side case, because I messed this thing up a while ago. I think I'm going to paint it. But dude, it looks actually really good. Alright, so here's my fuel filter and my fuel line that I painted when I spray painted because I didn't want to disconnect the tank and let all the gas dump out. La 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 la. I got new line, new filter. This fuel line is so dry rotted. Alright, got this fuel line pretty much built. Just gonna swap it out with this one, which is gonna be an absolute mess. I already know it. That's not good, baby. Alright, here's the final look for the night of basically what the scooter's gonna look like. I got the plastic just laying on there just to get an idea of the colorway. It's obviously gonna look a lot better when it's mounted right and all the other plastics are behind it, but this is gonna look funny. I'm stoked. It's gonna look good. I think it's gonna look pretty sick. I got all new fuel lines. I got all lines, all brand new. New filter, new carburetor, so the scooter's getting a total freshen up. Probably paint this side cover and little things like that. But basically all I have to do now is go back. A lot of my wiring burnt. So redo my wire harness here. I already put the battery back in its spot. As you guys remember, I have my battery mounted back here. So literally just need to put all the wires in. All I gotta do now is rerun my harness, get some new grips, and wait for my brake to show up. Once my brake shows up, throw that thing in, put all the plastics on, and this thing's ready to ride. I really like the way it looks from this angle where you can see these hoses because it looks mighty clean. Here's a little look at the brake I was running and how worn down it was. Look how big the step is where it wasn't touching. It was getting there. I ordered a different one. It's like a performance brake. Not really a fan of drum brakes anyways because they all kind of suck, but I ordered a performance pad, so we'll see how that works. But that shows up in a couple days, so for now, this is how the scooter's sitting. It's almost there. It's coming together. I mean, it's coming together. So once my brake shows up on Thursday, I'll throw this thing together and get back to some wheelies. That's gonna do it for this video. So I'll see you guys on the next one.